Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly live. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to be having a very, very interesting conversation today. Just talking about money and talking about how it is that we can earn and earn money from anything. Now, I know for us, sometimes one of the things I get from entrepreneurs, I don't know how to price, or I have something that I want to do or something that I can do, but I'm not sure if anybody will pay me for it. That's a common one. And so I connected with someone who is doing something that she loves and something that some of us will probably consider, well, maybe some persons are aware, unorthodox, but she's earning from it and she's also impacting lives. So Erin is going to be with us in a few, but go ahead and share this link, just giving persons some time to come on. Um, and say where you're from. If you have any questions about making money, we're talking tonight about the fact that you can make money from anything. And sometimes when we say, we're like, yeah, that's easier said than done. It does take work. It's not like you're going to think that you're going to make the money and it's just going to happen overnight. But you can make it and it can happen for you. So our guest is here. So I'm just going to, hi, Erin. Thank you so much for coming on. She's very busy. She had French class. So I guess, I don't know if she's going to be speaking French to us at the time. um, but we're going to just be talking a little bit. Hi, joining from St. Mary. You are a regular. Thank you so much. We have to do something for you. So just before Erin comes on, I just want to share with you just something real quickly. When you think about money, a lot of times, we think that money is this paper or is this coin. But what I want to ask you to shift your mind to think about is, before somebody created this as a means of exchange, you were exchanging something you have of value to someone for something else. That is what it was. So if you were supposed to take out, value, take out exchange rate, and think about what you have, how would you exchange your services? Because we get caught up in the value, in the paper, in the coin, that we don't really think about it, right? So if you were supposed to remove that, what would you charge? And then I also want you to think about, what is your greatest challenge when you think of pricing your product or your service? Because that sometimes can hold us in a loop. Oh, they won't pay me. A friend of mine said to me, Michelle, if you make a proposal to somebody and they accept it same time, your price too low. So, we want to have some conversation about that tonight. And I want you to think about that as we go into our discussion with Erin about all that she has to offer and just her wonderful bubbly spirit. So, she is many things, including, she says she's a self-proclaimed math nerd. She's a serial entrepreneur, fully blooded Capricorn, mom of two, and a lover of travel. Oh my God. And I guess that's why you're doing retreats, right? Because you get to go everywhere. She has 20 years experience working intimately with numbers and metrics and for large organization. And then she combined her understanding of that in terms of interpreting numbers to creating her pricing overall, where, it's a method where she helps person to shift their mindset around money and math and overall pricing productivity and make more money in their business than they ever dreamed. Who in here right now want to make more money than they've ever dreamed? Drop it in the chat. Hi, Erin, and thank you for coming on. I'm not hearing you. You're still on mute. Okay, let me.
Oh, wait, here I am. Hi.
Hi, I'm hearing you now.
Thank you for having me. And I'm sorry I had to pop on a little late, but I had my French class that I can't skip it.
But that's good. You're going somewhere else, so you're learning French, so you can expand your horizon.
Yes. Well, I've been taking French for almost 4 years and I take it 3 times per week privately. I mean, I at this point I speak French. So I go to
Awesome.
France and people ask me, "Are you French?" And I'm like, "No, I'm American." But yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let's jump into it. Tell us a little bit about what do you do?
Oh man. Well, I do a lot of things. I have three businesses, in fact. My primary business is called Pricing Overhaul. So, as you mentioned, I created a method that helps business owners calculate exactly how much they need to charge in order to be profitable. And I give them the mathematical equation so that they charge what they need to charge in order to pay themselves and have a profit. I also offer a pricing overhaul certification for coaches who want to become certified in my method and then use it in their businesses with their clients. You can become a certified pricing overhaul coach. And then my passion business is luxury and business retreats. I host 3 to 4 international retreats per year for women business owners. I take them all over the world. And as you can see, I have the world map with an airplane tattooed on my shoulder. So I'm definitely, when I said I am a lover of travel, wine, and cheese, I wasn't joking. So I built a whole business around it.
So, I love that because I was talking to somebody last night. And one of the things she suggested to me, she's like, Michelle, just write down 10 things that you would love to do. Like, just forget about price. And I always tell my clients that, right? But it's always so weird when you get it back coming to you.
Right.
Because you are really a lover of travel. And now you are doing this thing where you are taking women to retreats, going to Tanzania, going to Switzerland, but we'll get into that shortly. When it comes on to pricing, what has been, when you work with persons, the greatest challenge that they have in shifting their mindset to charge what they are offering, what the value of what they're really offering?
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, we don't know the value that we offer, and we wrap so much of our self-worth and our emotion around numbers and price and how much we're making. And because a lot of times, especially women have major imposter syndrome, we just don't think that we're good enough. So we don't feel as if we can charge as much as everybody else. But what I've done is I've created a mathematical formula that, despite however you feel about yourself, tells you that this is how much you have to charge. And because numbers are numbers and math doesn't lie, 2 plus 2 will always be 4. If the mathematical equation tells you that this is how much you have to charge, then this is how much you have to charge. And we can just hang up all of that other trash talk, and it's easier to get over like the emotional hangups
Right.
and that like mindset stuff when we just lean into the math. And if the math tells you that you have to charge X, you have to charge X.
So do persons normally just take that number and run with it, or there's something else that you need?
No, no, I wish it was that easy. People go screaming, running into the night, and then I have to drag them back, kicking and screaming. And it's a whole, I mean, it is a mindset shift. You really have to, like, oh my goodness, the spreadsheet tells me I have to charge that much. Then you go into this, I can't believe I haven't been charging that much. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. And there's like this whole spiral that comes with it. So we got to work on that stuff first. And then once we work on all of that, and it's actually fun and funny, and we have a good time in it, and we're able to, look at ourselves and be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I ever thought that. You're right. You can't argue with the spreadsheet.
Right.
And then eventually people lean into it. And once they lean into it, they start making so much money. It's fun to see.
That's awesome. So that's one part of what you do, because we're talking to persons about making money from anything, right? So you took your experience, your mathematical experience, to know helping entrepreneurs to set their price for their business.
Mhm.
And you also do retreats. So tell us a little bit about how did that happen, and how do you, being a mom of two, having this other coaching business, how do you
Do
get
it.
that 3 times per year?
Yeah. So it all happened in October of 20, what year was that? 2021.
In
And
COVID?
No, I really just started it. I was taking a shower and I was in the shower and I was just hit with this download of you have to do a retreat. Literally came out of nowhere. And my father passed away earlier that year in April. And ever since my dad passed away, I started seeing like a lot of intuitives and I did some psychic readings. And every medium who I talked to was like, "Oh, I see you hosting events with women around the world." And it was like the fourth medium or the fourth psychic who said that. I was like, this is really odd that like every time I do a psychic reading, this is like one of the first things they bring up. And then I was in the shower where all the great ideas happen and it hit me a retreat. I have to do a retreat. And I ran downstairs to my computer and within 24 hours, I had my first retreat planned and priced. I had it sold out in a week. It was just like very like intuitive. I don't know. It was like divinely sent to me. And I was just like, I have to do this. And I ran with it. And then it sold out and I made so much money from it that I was like, I think I'm onto something. So
So
then
Erin, I want you to pause
okay.
because I've said to persons that I started my circle and the persons that I stayed close to who are online who've never met in person. I mean, we met in Puerto Rico in June. We were in the same group for a very long time, right? That there were persons who were doing great, even in a time that was not seemed that did not seem to be great. So you are telling us that you were able to start your retreat. This isn't something that you were doing before COVID in 2021. Tell us, how much did you charge for that retreat?
Oh my goodness. That I undercharged, in fact. I
Okay.
think I undercharged. I think that one was only like $4,500 a person.
And that to some persons is still a lot of money, by the way. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But it wasn't enough.
right.
I still I made a profit. I made a lot of money off of it, but compared to what my retreats are doing now and what my
Yeah.
clients are doing, like my client Jessica just this year hosted 2 retreats and she's made $97,000.
Guys, you hearing that? We need to type that in the chat. $97,000. Doing
Yeah.
something that they love. We're talking about making money
Yeah.
from anything. Doing so, give persons who are on who may not be aware of retreats and what it's all about. You know, what do you do on a
Oh my
retreat?
goodness. You can do anything on a retreat. So I work with clients to help them price and plan their retreats to sell out and be profitable. That's like I have a program that I offer. I work with clients to do that. You can make a retreat out of anything. I have copywriters who are doing writing retreats. I have people who are doing business retreats and wellness retreats. I mean, there are for every business type out there, there is a retreat possible for you. So, mine as a business coach, my retreats are all business related. And I now host 4 international retreats a year, which is kind of crazy, but not crazy. It's fun. But each one has a theme. So, like for instance, I'm going to Tanzania in 5
Yeah.
weeks with a group and we are going to come face to face with some of the world's like scariest animals. Like you're going to I went to Tanzania last year with my family on safari, and there was a lion literally like this close from my 8-year-olds. Like terrifying, right? And so that whole theme of that retreat is coming face to face with the fears that are keeping you from really exploding your business. I'm going to Switzerland in October, and that is all about the retreat for women who host retreats or for women who want to host retreats. Like, if you want to host a retreat, you got to come to my retreat
Right.
because we're going to talk about planning and like, how do you do it? How do you make money? And
And the
then,
beautiful thing about that, Erin, is that they would be coming with you. So they are going through a process that you're going to be teaching everybody. That's the one you invited me to come to. So that's the one that you're going to be teaching everybody. How do you plan a retreat? So, guys, I don't know what you do, but if you're on whatever you do, Erin just said it, you can host a retreat on it. And especially if you're joining from Jamaica, people want to come here. They want to come to this tropical island and they want to enjoy the beach. They want to ride the horses.
Yes.
You name it. You can create the experience that you want, right, Erin?
Jamaica is like ideal. One, it's my kid's favorite place. And we have a rule in our family that we don't travel to the same place twice until we hit every country in the world. And my kids are like, Mommy, after we're done exploring the world, can we go back to Jamaica? Like, everybody, and it's a destination that everybody is attracted to. Everybody wants to go there. And there's just so much that you can tap into just because of the beauty of the island and the nature. But you can make one, if you live in Jamaica, that's a no-brainer retreat. I live in Palm Beach, Florida. So I always host one in Palm Beach, Florida. It's a no-brainer for me
Yeah.
because everybody who doesn't want to come to Palm Beach, who doesn't want to go to Jamaica, and then you can build a retreat based on anything, no matter what your business or your passion is, we can build a retreat around it.
Awesome. So while we're talking about just retreats, guys, I want you to remember that we want to put your mind at the place where you're thinking that whatever it is that I can do. If you're just joining, Erin hosted her first retreats in 2021 during COVID, when everybody in the world was saying stay home, stay locked down, don't go outside. So it's a thing with your mind where if you think it and you can do it, you can get it done. When you started to do this, Erin, did you think it would have been profitable, or you were just going to
Oh,
just
no. I
explore?
knew it would be profitable because of my business. So my whole business pricing overhaul is based on turning a profit no matter what the business is and doing the math. And so even with my first retreat, I knew that I needed to make money and I knew how much money I needed to make. I didn't make a 50% profit margin, but I did a 25% profit margin after paying myself as the host. Not too bad. But now my mathematical formula is pay yourself as the host for the week that you're there
Mm-hmm.
and have a 50% profit margin. And so that's how I price all of my retreats now and how I help my clients price their retreats.
Awesome. So in running this business or running these businesses, because I see three, what support do you have in your business? Because that's another thing for entrepreneurs where
Mhm.
we're trying to do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
And we believe that if we spend money to get the help, we won't make any money.
Oh my God. You have to. I could not do this alone. So I have a business manager, Kimberly, who oversees, I have a parent company who owns all three of my businesses. So technically I have 4 LLCs because I'm
Right.
crazy like that. So I have the parent company, and Kimberly is my business manager over all of my businesses. And then under the parent company, I have 3 individual businesses. For each business, I have a client care specialist, I have a tech VA, I have a web developer on retainer. I've got like a stable of horses, not horses, a stable of attorneys, I should say. I've got an attorney for, everything, IP attorney, business attorney,
Yeah.
whatever. And I have a team, but then on top of it, I'm a woman, I'm a mom of 2, I'm married. So it's not just enough to have support from a business perspective, but I also have a lot of support at home. Like I have a husband who helps me 50-50. We have a housekeeper, we have a laundry service, we have a personal chef, all of these things that I have been able to pay for through my businesses. And the more I outsource and the more I take things off my plate, the more time and space I have to come up with these creative ideas in the shower to open up a retreat business, and bring more money in.
Otherwise, you'll be in the shower thinking about, okay, I have to leave and go cook now. Okay, who is going to do
Right.
this? Because, we say this. So, in terms of what I do, in terms of supporting entrepreneurs, that's something that we say to them all the time. You cannot be everything to your business. There are persons who are trained, who specialize in doing it. Get somebody to help you, get somebody to help you to curate that plan, to bring it out, to help you to develop the steps that you need to take in order to achieve your goal. Otherwise, you're going to be doing it all. And if you offload the admin and the tech and the web, all of that to somebody else, then you are now able to think about how can I make this retreat experience
Mhm.
one that is magical, so that when those women leave, they're going to tell their friends and then they're going to come back. And so your retreats will always sold out,
And
right?
they're gonna book their next retreat before they get on the plane. That's what happens.
They book just at that time. So, guys, you are sitting down and you're trying to do it all because you think if you spend, it's not going to come back. You are releasing
Mhm.
the creative space in your mind to develop and design. And that's one of the things I say to entrepreneur, that we're not able to be strategic and operational at the same time. Because if you have everything for the host on your mind, like where do you find time now to
Right.
think about what to do for others? So that is awesome, guys. And I hope you can go ahead, drop in the chat if there's any aha moment for you, if there's anything that's coming out that you're thinking, okay, I now need to do this. Um,
It's
so yeah,
hard. The first time you outsource something, it's very, very scary, and you feel as if, 1, you're wasting money, 2, they're not gonna do it as well as you, but you also it takes practice. It takes practice to be able to relinquish control, and then the more you do it, the better you become at it, and then the better you become at it, the better your people become at what they're doing, and it's like a ripple effect. But that first time, whew, it is hard.
you feel like I know the feeling. You feel like, oh my God, I'm going to have to explain this. I could do it myself. Why do I need to? But as you say, it takes practice, and then you practice
Mhm.
it in your business and you practice it at home, with the house managers and stuff that you have. So that kind of make it a lot easier. But talk to us then, Erin, about when you do the mathematical calculation and you say to somebody, this is how much you should really charge for your business, or when you charge for your retreats, what has been some of the greatest objections that you get and how do you manage those?
You know, I don't even know that I get objections because I don't see things in objections. I just see that somebody is a fit or they're not. And if it's just not in my budget at this time, totally understand. Like hopefully one day it will be. And if they're not able to, somebody else will.
Yeah, and I saw that on your Facebook that somebody wasn't and somebody else did.
Yeah, so I'm not one to be like, "Oh, you have to overcome objections," or "This is an I don't think it's an objection. I think it's like, I would love to go on your retreat, but I don't have the finances right now to do that.
And I love that thinking, because then you don't sit and wallow in this self-pity or feeling like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? What do I need to change? It's just not a fit for that person at this
Yeah,
time. So you move on. So we're not just, oh my God, what do I need to do differently? How am I going to
right.
change stuff? So that's a very great point, and I hope you guys are getting that from Erin. So I can't believe this has just been a wonderful girl chat.
I know.
For me, I don't know if those who are on, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop it in the chat for
Yeah,
Erin.
please.
I know someone had said when we had asked, what is your greatest challenge? Somebody said your goal. I'm not sure if you can, clarify what exactly we're asking, but if you have any questions. So Erin, you said that you are going to Tanzania. You're going to
I've got
Faith Fair.
oh, oh
Um,
man.
and you're going to Switzerland. So I'm
Mhm.
going to give you a chance. We're going to drop the link in the chat. Guys, if
Yeah.
you have any questions, go ahead and drop it and we'll answer. But I'm just going to give Erin a chance to share, what that experience is going to be like. And we're
Oh,
going to
do
drop the link
it.
if you're interested
Yeah.
to connect with her on our website. You can go ahead. So, Erin, over to you.
Okay, so Tanzania is happening in 5 weeks. It is sold out. I can't bring anybody else on. It is, sold out. But that one's going to be amazing. I went to Tanzania last summer with my family, and I've traveled all over. And Tanzania was probably not probably, it was the most magical place I have ever been. Switzerland has a special place in my heart because I used to live in Switzerland, and my retreat there is taking place in the Alps, and that is October 7th through 12th. And that is for any woman who hosts retreats or is thinking about hosting retreats, and they'd like to experience a retreat themselves and learn how to do it because when we're there, we're going to be planning your first retreat, the programming, the pricing, the promoting, all of it. So that's October 7th through 12th in Switzerland. And I only have 4 rooms left for that. Then in February is Palm Beach, Florida. Palm Beach is where I live. It is also known as Billionaires Hub. And so that theme is all about manifesting wealth. And there's no better place to do it than in Palm Beach, Florida, and surrounding yourself with all of the wealth that is here. So that is February 8th through 11th. I have Ireland taking place next May 4th through 9th. Now, Ireland, there is something really magical about Ireland. For centuries, people have gone to Ireland to seek answers and inspiration. And so the theme of the Ireland retreat next May is really for women who need to tap into the magic of their business. They feel stuck. They feel a little uninspired. They kind of don't know where else to go in their business, and they need a jolt of magic and inspiration again. And that's what Ireland is going to be about. That's May 4th through 9th. And then next year in July 2024, we're going to Australia. And in October of 2024, we're going to Iceland. I do not have the dates. I do not have the themes yet. I'm waiting for inspiration to hit on those. But as soon as I do, they will be available on my website. But you can go to luxuryandbusinessretreats.com and sign up for either Switzerland, Palm Beach, or Ireland right now.
And that link is in the chat, guys. And there's something that I want to highlight while Erin was talking. She has a plan. She knows what's happening when. She doesn't just wake up and, oh, I'm going here. Mm-hmm. So she's putting the work in. And I'm saying this because, you know, when I come on and I talk, Erin, it's about, okay, how are you planning to grow your business? You know, how are you planning for tomorrow so that you can be as clear, and when you get in front of audiences or your ideal clients or your potential clients, you know, you're very clear. So Erin, thank you so much for coming on. I want you to say something in French. Don't say au revoir because we know that. Say something in French first.
Oh my goodness, you're putting me on. You're putting me on the spot. I don't even know what to say. À tout à l'heure.
Translate.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
Later time.
All right. Thank you for coming on, Erin. It's just been a wonderful talking to you, and you know, being inspired, somebody just getting up and doing something in a challenging time, and also having a plan and knowing that you guys can do what you love and things can work out for you. So thank you for coming on, Erin. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and thank you for making the time. Also, everything else that you're having, that you have going on. So guys, just before we go, you know, and again, if you have questions, I mean, Erin is still in the background, you can go ahead and drop them in the chat. But I think that this is something that I hope would have inspired you to know whatever it is that you can think of. Erin does one thing in terms of helping persons surprise, but you did hear she talks about she's doing something on facing your fears, a retreat, the hosting on facing your fears, planning for your retreats, feeling stuck in your business. How do you grow? So whatever it is you're sitting at home and thinking that nobody's going to pay me for it, you just heard that you could be very wrong. Even though we may have been saying it for a very long time, you may be very wrong in thinking that. So I hope you were inspired. Go ahead, click the link. You're able to connect with Erin. Erin, if you can just drop she's Erin, you see her name, that's her name on Facebook. So you can connect with her as well. And I also want to share with you, for persons who have been on and in the community for a while, we are doing a 6 weeks program where we're helping you to move from busy to thriving. Now, one of the things I've been hearing from a lot of entrepreneurs, you know, been talking to these CEOs, Michelle, I'm getting 3 to 4 hours sleep. I don't have the time they don't even have time to meet. And they should be on listening to Erin that you need to build this organizational structure that allows you to still live while your business is functioning. So you are still breathing. You don't feel like you're just always running all over the place to get things done. And so we are doing this. I want you to book a call with me so we can talk to see if you are fit for this 6 weeks coaching program. And then we will, see how we move forward from there. But guys, don't sit being stuck. Don't sit feeling overwhelmed and not moving in your business. You were created for more and created to do great things. So go ahead and book your call so we can have a conversation and get you to living that thriving life. And then you go on a retreat, or next thing you're planning your own retreat. If you cook, Renee, you're on. Even if you cook, you host a retreat in beautiful, beautiful Jamaica. Invite people on. Come, we're going to be talking about how it is that we prepare these meals and keep our families healthy and happy, right? So thank you guys for coming on. Go ahead and click our links and join us again next week. We try to keep our lives short and spicy, 30 minutes. We're on, so you can go ahead and replay, watch it while you're in traffic. But we're looking forward to seeing you next week when we'll just have another enlightening and exciting conversation for you. Thank you guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening.